Hello everyone, and welcome to my looking back at 2025. 2025 has not been an easy year for most people, so let's all just take a moment's breather and try to look at the world through Totari's eyes. We often go back to re-watching Totari, and each time it's fresh and means something important to us. I can only show you a selection of what I've played this year. PlayStation Wrap-Up told me that I played 172 games. That includes checking many of my PS4 games for compatibility, and the hours equate to roughly 2 hours per day, which sounds realistic to me. I will start my roundup with one of the most extraordinary games of the year. I would go so far as to say one of the most extraordinary games I have ever played. I started playing the PC demo because I had to wait a couple of months to get my physical Switch copy. This is how the story opens. It all looks like a normal household and morning, but you soon realise that things are far from normal and we are in some type of post-apocalyptic setting. With the remainder of humanity living in an underground complex, there are some wonderful cutscenes throughout the game with excellent voice acting. I was pulled in immediately, and the game has not loosened its grip on me ever since. I'm trying to make this as spoiler-free as possible, so I'll just say that Takumi and his friends have to reach day 100 in their battle at the academy. I have reached at this stage day 50, so I'm only halfway through what turns out to be only the prologue. Most people take about 30 hours to get to 100 days. I'm taking slightly longer. And I've seen reports of people spending easily 100 hours, but often several hundred hours in this game. Is that why it's so extraordinary? Yes, that is certainly part of the reason, especially since the story after the prologue offers 100 endings. The makers of Danganronpa put literally all their money into this game, and if you've played and loved a Danganronpa, you will not want to miss this game. What has amazed me is the quality of every element and facet of this game, and that's why I'm calling it extraordinary. Whenever I think, the story has finally settled down a bit and we're getting into some kind of routine, whoom! There's another curveball, another expectation is shattered, a new story turn. This game keeps you on your toes. You will remember free time from certain JRPGs, like, for example, Persona. 100 Line is a truly hybrid game with many different elements. The developers have obviously taken inspiration from many different sources, but the important thing is the game is a cohesive whole. There is no copy-pasting of elements from other games, no. For example, they've integrated what I would call a type of mini-game where you go on exploration, like on a board game. Now, I have to confess that I'm not the greatest fan of mini-games, but this one I actually like. It's well thought out and it doesn't overstay its welcome. You have control and can end your exploration at any point. I just love bringing useful stuff back to the base, and occasionally you might stumble into a battle with enemies. So if you feel the need to do a bit of grinding, then this is really the one and only way to do it. Here our exploration group has come across some invaders, so they now need to fight, and it's a good opportunity to show you a very simple battle early on, which is ideal for conveying the basics of combat. So you see right at the top the voltage meter. Once that reaches 100%, you get an awful lot more options. So you need to work diligently to get that up to speed, and Takumaru on his motorbike is awesome. Takumi also has some really nice skills. And due to the numbers of the invaders, you can see how important it is to have area covering skills. The thing that I love about these battles is how streamlined the combat is. You don't have the old-fashioned tactic system of one step is pick to move, then you target the enemy, then you pick your skill, then you attack them, etc. Here it's pick your skill, see if you can target the right area, and boom, off you go. It just feels snappy and satisfying. So here comes wave 2, pretty much the same enemies, but now our voltage is above 100%, and you see suddenly we get new options there called Boost Hemo Anima and Special Attacks. The special attack is a final flourish, a really powerful attack that will also finish you off, and you'll be airlifted out via special helicopter and revived back at the base. It obviously makes sense to wait with a deadly special attack until your HP is quite low. It's one of many risk versus reward decisions you have to make. This video is obviously not meant to be a full review of all the features, but I thought it might be helpful to have the basics of the combat explained so you can figure out whether this is your cup of tea. The battles obviously become much bigger, much more complex the further in you get. And there is also an element of tower defense when you are fighting back at your academy home base. I would describe the combat as tactical with a strong strategic flavor and also a tower defense element.
助けに来てくれた僕は勝手に飛び出して地獄放っておけるわけ。たとえ意見は食い違っても俺たちは同じ境遇の仲間みたいなもんなんだ。仲間？今まで普通に暮らしていたのに急にわけのわからない事態に早く東京団地に帰りたくて仕方ない。その気持ちは俺もお前も他のみんなだって同じなんだ。だったら放っておけないだろう。みんなで一緒に助かりたいじゃないか。みんなで。まあ、生きて一緒に帰ろう。お互いの大切な人のところに。
This is a scene from very early in the prologue. There are so many twists and turns in the story to come. I could talk about it for hours, but I will have to reserve that for when I have actually finished with the game. In my view, there's only one downside to the game, and that is the fact that it's only available on 2 platforms, PC and Switch. The reason for that rests with, I think, the budgetary constraints of this not very large studio called 2Q Games. Obviously, many people are hoping it will come in particular to PlayStation, and I'm pretty hopeful it will. Their previous game, Master Detective Archives Rain Code, which was released in 2023, eventually made its way to PlayStation as well. So I'm assuming the same will happen with this game. A completely different type of game is my second extraordinary gaming experience. The first few moments tell us what is wrong with this strange fantasy world. The birds are trying to escape from a nasty black swarm that wants to engulf them. And one bird manages to escape onto an old lighthouse. Why there is a lighthouse in this strange world without humans is one of many mysteries. You saw what happened there, and that is the one crucial thing about this game. This game is incredibly simple on one level. It is very short. Many people manage to finish it in 4 to 5 hours. I took between 8 and 9 hours, but I did a lot of exploring. I've seen some people complain about the simplicity of the gameplay. That completely misses the point, the purpose, the vision of this game. I don't know, of course, what audience Double Fine, who made the game, had in mind, but I find it pretty obvious that they had the very broadest audience in mind, including very young players, very casual players. This game is incredibly accessible. I really don't want to show or tell you much about this game at all, because I'd like as many people as possible to go on that journey for themselves. For those who would like to know a bit more, I am planning to make a separate video about COPPA. Yep, that's how smitten I am with this game. And I'll be delving into the question, what is it really all about? That question will open up the heart and soul of the game. And now I have to mention the one drawback of this game. It shares with the 100 line. COPPA is only available on 2 platforms, PC and Xbox. If it comes to PlayStation, and I'm pretty confident it will in time, I intend to get it on the PlayStation 5 and to replay it. While it played without problems on my little Xbox S, I had the familiar issue, which I have talked about before, that the graphics rendering is not the strongest, and middle and far distance in particular do suffer on the Xbox S. And this game is to a large part all about the graphics, how this fantastic, strange world is built and rendered. It's a visual feast, and I would like to enjoy it on the PlayStation 5. Whether it could run on the Switch too, I cannot judge, and I guess we'll see in time. So those are the 2 games that, for me this year, really did something unusual, highly extraordinary. But hey, there's lots more to come. I've experienced everything from the wonderful to the disappointing, and I'm happy to say that the wonderful by far outweighed any disappointments. Upcoming videos for my gaming year will cover adventure games, RPGs, games I played on PC, and a look ahead to the new gaming year. I wish you all a wonderful, hopefully relaxing time, especially over Christmas and New Year. I hope you get the chance to have some time off. As always, thank you for watching. I appreciate your time. Please keep well. I'm Food for Dogs. Bye bye.